Welcome back to the Ford 200 from Homestead-Miami Speedway. Kevin Harvick has a 0.6 second lead over Kyle Busch. Then Matt Crafton, Mike Skinner, and Timothy Peters are your top 5. Hornaday, Sauter, Colin Brown, Brian Scott, and Chad McCumbee are your top 10.
You know, it's amazing. I've been watching the monitor. About every lap, those two trucks, the 4 and the 51 of Harvick and Busch, are within a half a tenth of each other.
Yeah, and one lap, one guy's faster, and the other
Caution on the racetrack to 73 into the wall. That's Lance Hooper. We saw him have problems earlier, and now into the wall he goes to bring out our third caution.
Right front tire down, and obviously he's made a heavy contact with that right side. I don't know if that's what put him up there or not.
We've seen a lot of people scrub that wall this weekend between the 3 divisions that's been out there on the racetrack. Guys trying to find every inch of this racetrack, a little hoping for a little more grip. Probably Darrell just got a little wide, got against the wall, and blew the tire out.
Yeah, let's see what happens here. Maybe we get a shot of it.
Right along with Ron Hornaday.
Let's see if he just drops down and takes off.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it went down.
That could have been a result of some contact into the wall earlier.
We saw him get a little bit into the wall, and obviously enough that caused some problems for that 73. Lance Hooper now on pit road.
It's been about 25 laps since these guys put tires on. What do you think now? You know, do they want to put them on this soon?
I think I want some gas.
Definitely want some gas because you're halfway through a fuel run.
I think it would depend on how the tire wear has improved with, you know, with practice, qualifying for the all 3 series. Maybe the tire wear has improved to where you wouldn't have to put them on right now, but that's a factor.
Looks like the 33 is, well, at least they're showing that they're going to put tires on the Aaron's Lucky Dog. Michael?
Mark Davis going to get a lap back.
We saw a lot of lucky dogs away this year, haven't
we?
we?
There's a lot tonight.
Aaron's cares. Let's see what happens on pit road. We're going to get gas. We're going to get tires. What are they saying, Adam?
A number of teams talking about getting tires here, Michael, but not the 13 of Johnny Sauter. Joe Shear Jr. said we don't have enough laps on those tires. They want to fix the nose. The water temperature is down to 160, so they want to get this thing warmed up. They're going to make a wedge adjustment to help him. He's tight off the corner, and they're going to put in some gas. Ray?
Kyle Busch showed that they were going to change tires, but decided not to at the last second. Kevin Harvick had already made that commitment, so they're putting 4 Goodyears on there. Kyle Busch is going to beat the 4 out significantly as he went fuel only. He'll be the first off of pit road. Harvick's going to go out about 6th or 7th.
You know something, it's really when you put fuel in a truck and you don't put tires on, that can be a really evil thing to drive with all that weight added to those old tires.
Obviously some problems here with the 30 truck. Todd Bodine's got the hood up.
He's jacking, you know, it looks like they're making a chassis adjustment here. You see the guy turning, it looks like it might be changing a shock even. Some major project going on. It looks like a shock change to me.
Todd Bodine, again, our winner from a year ago, and now with the major changes they're having to make, he must not have liked the handling of this truck at all.
Well, you know, Phil, these guys showed up with 5 sets of tires. We know they burnt up 1 during practice. Chances are they burn up 2, which would leave them 3 sitting in the pits. We still have a lot of this race left.
75 laps to go.
I mean, almost 3/4 of it. I mean, we still got a lot of racing to do, and I don't know if I like being down to 1 set of tires.
I'm not sure I do either, but every one of these trucks coming back down pit road had to have put tires on here this last time around, Adam.
And Brian Scott actually went no tires the first time. He's coming back for tires here because they are concerned about a long run and not having tires. Colin Brown got tires on his first stop. This time they will come down pit road, fuel the machine, and they will also put wedge in the right rear. The reason for that, he has been very, very loose. Ray.
And fuel only down here for the KHI trucks. The Longhorn Chevrolet in the middle for Hornaday, getting a splash there. Kevin Harvick already on his way out. Harvick will be the first off of pit road of the guys that came back.
There was quite a few trucks that stayed on the track, including Kyle Busch, David Starr, Johnny Sauter, Taylor Malsum. Mario Gonsolin also stayed on the racetrack. We'll be back. Welcome back to the Ford 200 from Homestead-Miami Speedway here in Homestead, Florida. Our aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR. New Fuel Max tires help you have a winning fuel strategy. How about that? Check out the sign. NASCAR on speed. Be there. We are.
We're here.
we're here. So be here.
That is a blimp pop.
That's right. In technical terms.
That's right.
That's exactly what that was.
I always wondered what it was.
Shoot the lights, Daryl.
Phil, how about, and what an unbelievable, you're a numbers guy, but how about this unbelievable number? If Kyle Busch is able to complete all of the laps that he's scheduled to run this weekend, it will put him at over 24,942 miles. And oh, by the way, the circumference of the Earth at the equator, 24,901 miles.
He beats it with 40 miles to spare.
But he didn't do it in 80 days.
Around the world, Kyle Busch. And I'll tell you what, he has really done some impressive things this year on all 24,940 odd miles.
Well, I'm looking forward to this. He's sitting out there on some used tires. We've seen him use this strategy before. Can he hold these guys off?
The guys that have put 2 sets on during this race, like Kevin Harvick, have 1 more set in the pits with 73 laps to go.
Green flag back in the air. A great restart by Kyle Busch. David Starr gets left about 4 truck lengths back.
He's going to get such a huge lead right here because there's a number of trucks between him than the guys that got 4 tires. So he's going to be able to pull out a pretty good lead before they can get through traffic. You see right here, Hornaday had to stop, keep him running over Crafton right there.
Johnny Sauter up into the 2nd spot. Takes it away from David Starr. Caleb Alstom running in the 4th position.
Look at that gaggle of trucks.
Look at Kevin on the bottom, Mikey. Look at Kevin on the bottom coming with those fresh tires.
3 wide coming out of turn number 4.
Trucks going every which way.
Matt Crafton in the 88 Australian Gold truck. Here comes Eric Almirola in that 15. He's also on the bottom of the racetrack. 3 and 4 wide as they work their way around Homestead-Miami Speedway.
Brad Sweet had a rough time there in the middle of 1 and 2. Looked like he was going to wreck right in the middle of that.
Well, they're trying to wreck going down that back straightaway, I tell you. Guys are going everywhere, wobbling all over the place.
See that 30 of Todd Bodine kind of in the middle of the pack. Now he moves up to the top of the racetrack. They made some major adjustments to that truck this last pit stop. There you see Ron Hornaday in the Longhorn Chevrolet ducking down, trying to get by some of the slower lap traffic.
Jason White, a top 10 qualifying run. He's back in the 14th spot. Hadn't heard much from Jason, but solid run tonight.
Still on the lead lap. That's what's key. There's Ron Hornaday's Chevrolet on board.
I know that it's, I don't know, not what you're supposed to say, but as they run, the owner's points is dead even. Kyle Busch, Ron Hornaday, if they were to end this way, which they won't, the 51 would win.
They could. They could end this way.
They could, but it's not going to happen right now as we're only on lap 66.
And the weather's perfect.
The weather is perfect. And we're hearing that not so perfect situation for the 19 of Mark Davis. He's got a tire down.
Yeah, I just noticed that the Ford truck of Harvick is about 4/10 quicker than our leader right now, and he's closing at a high rate of speed.
Look at that 12 truck, sorry, back there. Mario Goslin in the MyTireMonkey.com trucks running up in the top 10, Phil.
Yeah, he's doing another great job. Had that 6th place finish at Talladega when you introduced that sponsor to the sport.
Kevin Harvick running in the 2nd spot. It looks like those 2 trucks have separated themselves from the rest of the field.
But Kevin's a-coming, Rick. Got those fresher tires. He's going to go get him some of Kyle Busch.
Oh, yeah, it didn't take long for him to close that gap and get up there and get after him.
Now, again, the situation will be Kyle Busch will have an extra set of tires as we go toward the end of this race.
Watch these speeds at the line, though. Probably a couple miles an hour, wouldn't you think,
I would
Phil?
think so, yeah. It's averaged about 3/10 a lap. You can see it right there, almost 1.5 miles an hour on that particular lap. Mike Skinner, the 2nd fastest truck, and Eric Almirola, the 3rd fastest truck.
I tell you, though, that gap is, the speed difference is coming down quickly. There was about 4 or 5 tenths there for a couple laps. Last time by 3 tenths. So that 51 is holding his own pretty well, I think, to not have tires.
Yeah, the whole difference in those 2 trucks right now is obviously the new tires that Harvick has. And these teams, these crew chiefs, are trying to figure out how big an advantage it is on these new tires for Kevin Harvick. Billy Ballou and those guys on Kyle Busch's truck are trying to figure out when they could take advantage of that extra set of tires they have by not pitting a minute ago.